Hey everybody, my name is Josh and welcome to CrossZone. And I want to explain to you in this introductory post what CrossZone is. So, I am a student at the University of Iowa, and this is my final semester here. And for my final semester, you have a field experience requirement class. Basically working outside the school to get to complete a course, and it's a degree requirement and everything like that. And I have chosen to work for the Memorial Lutheran Church of Ames. And what I've done is I've created a project called CrossZone, which is designed to, excuse me, help Memorial Lutheran Church figure out how to reach Christian athletes and how they can better reach Christian athletes, and if they would ever want to explore creating a ministry specifically for Christian athletes at their own church. So over the course of the next 3 or 4 months, you will see me doing a lot of things. I have a Substack, which I will be writing a whole lot of articles with regard to the intersection of faith and athletic sports. I will be conducting a lot of interviews with Christian athletes. I have my first interview lined up in 2 weeks, and that is going to be with Iowa Hawkeyes defensive superstar Aaron Graves, number 95. So that's going to be he's a Christian guy, and he's a very well-known and very good player on the Hawkeyes defense, and that's going to be very special. I was very pleased when he told me that he would take the interview with me. Well, there's a lot of questions I hope to answer during this particular project. How does Christian faith intertwine with athletics? And the reverse of that, how does athletics intertwine with Christianity? How does one rectify the seeming disparity between Christianity and athletics? For example, athletics is based on competition, and the Bible has kind of an anti-competitive nature, right? So how do we resolve those issues? And there's just so many questions I'm going to be answering this year. But I'm also going to be highlighting Christians themselves and Christian athletes themselves, and getting their perspective on how their faith affects their athletics and how their athletics affects their faith, because it's a two-way street. I want to let out a disclaimer here. I am not a Christian myself. I took this as a field experience opportunity, and I'm looking at this as I'm an actor playing a role for the opportunity to get this field experience. So I'm going to be playing Christian even though I'm not really a Christian, right? Because my job is to sort of promote the interaction between Christianity and athletics. You see what I'm saying? Now, there was a time when I was Christian and I know the Bible pretty well, so I can play the role probably pretty easily. But the way I see it is, if I'm able to pull off this role, then I can play any role I want to at any point in my future. So, a little bit about my background. I am a formerly homeless person. I used to be one of those guys that held up cardboard signs that said, "Homeless, please help." And I was an alcoholic and all of that. I will get deeper into my story later. Because it's an intro video, I want to keep things kind of short here. But to make a long story very short, I got my life together in 2015, got my high school diploma for the first time in my 30s, and ended up graduating Iowa State University with honors. Now I'm in grad school at the University of Iowa, but the actual job is back here at Ames, so it's a whole thing. But anyway, I worked my way up from the streets into graduate school, which is where I am now. I'm going to celebrate 18 years sober in a couple months. I'm sure I'll post about that when that happens, but don't really know how I want to close this. Oh, I will say another disclaimer, outside of the fact that I am personally not a Christian. Any opinions that I might share or perspectives that I might share in my Substack and in my, I'm setting up a TikTok as well. They're my own. They're not necessarily meant to be reflective of the staff or the congregation at Memorial Lutheran Church. It's just me opining from my perspective. So if you see something like an opinion, just remember that that's my own opinion. But I'm excited to complete this task and do this field experience. Like I said, I've already got a couple of interviews lined up with some well-known Christian athletes on some well-known college football teams. So it's going to be a great experience, and I look forward to it, and I look forward to meeting all of you. So I'll be over here a lot on YouTube, but I will also be on Substack a lot, writing my articles and stuff like that. So check out my Substack. It's CrossZone.substack.com. I'll link it below, and I will talk to you guys soon. By the way, this is my logo behind me. You guys see that? So that's the logo that the AI sort of gave me for CrossZone. It's a cross shooting flames on a football field. It's supposed to be in an end zone, and so the idea is Christianity and athletics together, kind of make a noise together. That's kind of what the logo is supposed to say to you. But I guess that's it for this introductory video, and I will talk to you guys very soon.